Okay, so, alright Adam, hi. Today we're going to, like I said a minute ago, we're going to look at another check test route. It is a check test route, but today we're going to look at some more town driving, some urban type driving. Now this one's quite difficult. What I've done is I've made out a route, and there's going to be some hill starts, some driving up steep hills, some country driving, and some town driving, where we actually go into town and we'll be passing pedestrian crossings, some railway crossings. So I'm trying to sort of put in a lot of everything to make it as real as possible for when you're driving on your own. You're pretty much at the stage now where I think you can cope with pretty much everything. So what I've done is try to put it all together, and so to give you a taste of what it's like on a busy town, in a busy environment, and think how things change. So, but what we'll be looking at will be awareness and planning for both those situations. So it's still awareness, it's all awareness and planning, but there'll be different types of planning depending on the type of roads we're on, because we're doing different roads. So if you're driving in town and it's quite busy, could you tell me a couple of things that you will be looking for, that you think would be quite important to look for?
Pedestrians.
Yeah.
Cyclists.
Yes. Yeah. Where do you think those cyclists are most likely to be dangerous to you?
I can't remember calling
yeah.
Junctions.
Yeah. Closed junctions. Yeah. I was just coming up on your left, coming behind you on your left side, especially, yes, if we're waiting in traffic in the town. So how could you prevent any potential altercations, any potential conflicts happening with cyclists coming up on your left side? How would you prevent that happening?
Go slower.
How can we see if there's someone coming up on that left-hand side from behind?
Mirrors and blind spots.
Yes, good. That's good. Well done. Yeah, blind spots as well. That's right. Good. Okay. So that's right. Mirrors. That's right. Which mirror would you think a cyclist is most likely to be in if you're waiting in traffic?
Left.
Yes, that's right. Good. Okay. Okay. So good. You mentioned pedestrians there, which you're right. I think that's the most important thing. We'll look at some pedestrian crossings. There are a few. And then if we're out in the countryside. Again, we're still looking at awareness and planning, but what do you think you should be aware of in the country?
Animals.
Yes.
Cars.
Yes. Yes, yes. Why are the cars?
Because they go in faster in the country because it's a more open area.
Yes. Yes. Do you know what the speed limits are?
60.
They are, that's right. That's right, good, yes. Nothing to stop cars from slowing down legally. That's right. Good, yes. What do you think would be the main factor that would control your speed in the country if you were driving on a 60 road?
Other vehicles, oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
Type of junction, type of corner.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. Yeah, possibly even if there was no other cars around, is the type of road that you're on. Yeah, and how far you can see ahead. Yeah. Good. Okay, and we'll talk about that as well. So that will come into awareness and planning as well. Okay. Okay. So there's lots of other little subjects in there because we're going to be doing urban driving. But I suppose the best thing to do would be to get on with them. So let's get on with it. So if you've set yourself up already. Okay. So I'll just pop my seatbelt on. Okay, so you set yourself up, so I think the best thing to do is to carry on. Just carry on when you're ready then, please.
Just worth getting out of here.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll go, I think we can turn right here at this junction. I don't think that's not a dead end, is it?
I think so.
Okay, we'll try turning right. If it goes pear-shaped, we'll have to just turn round in the side road there and then come back this way. So what could you be thinking about then pulling away from the side of the road here? Where are your danger points here, would you say?
Pavement and the road.
Yeah, that
Yes. Junction.
Could you be a bit more specific, do you think? Yeah.
Up in front of us where we can't see.
Yes.
Behind us.
Yeah, the pavement, you're right. Yeah. Yes. How could you check your pavement?
Blind spots.
Yes, good, well done, yes, yeah. This junction, what could you expect to come out of this junction?
Car.
Yes, good, yeah. And where will we be when we come out? Will we be on our side of the road, on the other side of the road?
Our side.
We're going to be on the other side, aren't we? When we pull away from here,
yeah.
we're going to be over on the other side of the road. In fact, we're going to be in the junction as well, probably, because it's very limited. We may have to cut the corner because of the cars in front of us. Good. And then where's that other blind spot we will have to look before we move away?
In front of us on the road.
Yes, there's one right shoulder.
Oh yeah, right.
We still always do our right shoulder, don't we? Yes. What could be there? What is there now?
Like just people.
That's it. Yeah, just had a pedestrian pass or something on that through your blind spot. Okay, so yeah, it's a lot to think about here, isn't there? Okay, so if you'd like to carry on when you're ready, then please.
Yeah.
Do you think you would signal to move away from here? Good. Okay. Yeah, I'd say so as well. Do you know why that is?
Because it's very enclosed. We've got junction very close to us.
Good. Well done, yeah. Just wanted to emphasise the fact that although we're in a side street, this is potential for an accident to happen here because there's such poor vision all the way around us. There's all these different blind spots. Okay, so we're carrying on down this road. It may come out. If it doesn't, we'll have to do a U-turn. Keep going. We could have gone down there. Sorry. Okay, my fault. What we'll do is we might have to turn around and down here. We should have done it right there. Like fade with the road. So it was a dead end. It may come out back onto the road at the end here. I think it does. Okay, we'll just follow the road. Let's go somewhere. See that black car there? What do you think he's going to do? Is he going to come towards us? Yeah. Okay. What's the problem? Oh, this is a dead end. Alright, okay, so fair enough. What we'll do, we'll just go out of roll for a second then, we'll just do a right reverse here. But we won't do a right reverse on test. Something I would suggest is we need to be careful of when we do start to swing out what could happen. Yes, there's like someone else doing this already. Yeah.
Someone else beat us to it.
Yeah. Do you think you'll need all the gas on this slope? Yeah.
Yeah.
General rule of thumb is we should be looking out the back window, you're right. If you're actually turning, you can look over your right blind spot because you're actually turning in that direction. And then once you're straight again, you look out the back. Good, nice clutch there. Going uphill backwards. Yeah. Good, it's alright, we only need to turn around, we don't have to get too far, we won't do a full run. Okay, so now we'll go back into the roll, and I may be able to cut that out as well, so we don't interrupt us so much. Okay, so we'll go right at the next junction. Problem with this right turn here?
On the other side of the road.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Keep going. Is there any paint on the road?
No.
So sometimes when there's no paint on the road at a junction, no one has priority. I know we're turning right there. We would try and treat it like a normal right turn because we were turning right, but this is the wrong side. Maybe I better do a turn around. Where am I going then? I thought it was down here that we came. Just go around, just do a loop here. We don't waste too much time.
The mission might be getting out of here.
What I'll do is I'll restart the video as soon as we get back onto the main road. Good observations there. So yeah, straight ahead. I think it was the next on the left. So it's back down to the main road and move back into Chester.
This is the next one.
That's right. Good, well done. Good, well done. Yeah. Must have been there.
No.
The next one. I think it was this one here. Yeah.
Interesting.
It looks like it, yeah. Good. Okay, and we go right at the end. And move back on the route. Good, so any problems with this particular turning here?
Full stop.
Good, that's it, yeah. Yeah.
That dog coming.
So how would you prevent yourself from rolling back? You didn't have to tell me, you showed me, which is quite a valid way of answering my question. Well done. Good. Good, that's good. Did you see that car?
Yeah.
Did you see him before we came out? Yes. How could you have, okay, maybe we'll go straight over second exit. How could you have planned a bit better to come out there? There's quite a lot of steering went on the last minute, isn't there? Yeah.
I could have steered a little bit earlier. I didn't want to cut the corner.
Yes. Well, there's no problem with cutting the corner if you have got an obstruction in front of you. It is a bit of a judgment call. Just carry on, Ken. We're going to carry on straight ahead. So what's the problem looking into this road?
It's one car.
It's only room for one car, isn't it? Good, okay. So if you're happy to carry on, we'll carry on. So how could you, as a defensive driving, from a defensive driving point of view, how could you prevent a blockage in this type of road? What things could you be doing?
Keeping over closer to the other side of the road.
Yes.
Give more side onto the other side.
Yes, but if there was only room for one car,
Stop.
stop. Yes, I mean if you were carrying on as normal, we'll carry on down to the end of this road. Has he seen you? Yes, definitely, yeah. How do we get through this car? But we can see who's behind us as well. So if we do have to pull over to the left, we don't. Give me a right at the junction. Well done. Nice timing signal there. The junction to the left. The junction to the right. Sorry. Good, well done. Yeah, I like that. No hesitation. Good. Got a pedestrian ahead. Do you think he may be looking across the road?
No.
We go left. So this is we're going to follow the left lane in this junction. Do you think a signal would be appropriate here?
No.
Okay. I agree, yes. You don't get confused, yes. So what can you see ahead?
Traffic lights.
To be aware of, yeah. What are those traffic lights?
Pedestrian crossing.
Yeah. How could you anticipate the lights may change as we're approaching a pedestrian crossing?
People waiting.
Yes, that's right, yeah. Good. Before we move away, where will we be looking for those cyclists and pedestrians?
Blind spots.
Not a blind spot so much, but It's maybe a peripheral check, but it's a left and right mirror. Definitely, yeah. Because it could be, because we were stationary, there could be a cyclist left hand side. There's a van waiting. Hit cars parked, waiting to come out behind other cars. Yeah. Anyway, we can see them. It's way ahead. So looking ahead, what's the problem we've got?
Roadworks.
Good. So, where will you stop?
This is like the white line.
Good, well done. Yes, because a pedestrian could still use. That's right. Good. What problem is it going to present behind us, though?
Cars.
And what will those cars be doing? Possibly be doing?
Blocking the junction.
Yes. And can you see, is there any cars waiting to turn into the junction? Are they okay? They're okay, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well done. Nice mirror check there as well, yes. What could we have on the right hand side as we
Cyclists, motorcyclists.
Yes. It's worth getting that left mirror check as you come in as well, just like when we pass parked cars. Just in case pedestrian or cyclists come over the side of the road. So we're going to follow the road down, keep to the left, follow the road down to the queue car. So, do you know what's around this corner? The correct answer to that last question would be no, because we couldn't see. It could have been anything, couldn't it? It could have been more roadworks. Stop. Follow the road down to the canal. So can you see the way the car in front has given a gap for that bus to come in? Yeah. He's planning quite well, which is good. There's probably markings on the road to tell him to wait. What could happen here?
Lights get changed again. Follow the road. What do you think this car's doing here? So tell me, looking ahead, what problems can you see? Stop.
Okay, good. And we're going to go right at the end of the road. Nice timing signal there. That's about it. Well done, yeah. Yeah. Show me where you're going to stop.
Oh, well done.
That's all right. Remember, we must. So I'll say a little bit further forward. We need to come a little bit further forward. So how can you prevent ourselves from rolling back? That's it. So a little bit further forward. They're moving, so they're allowed to stay in the yellow box. Yeah. So if you're not planning to go, then we need to. That's it. That's better. Yeah. How do you know when you're at the end of the road?
This is a
Reference point. Yeah. Good. So what signs are you looking for that the gap may be clear? Slowing traffic. Okay, so cars giving way to us, letting us. I'm going to ask you about the yellow box in a minute, but only when we've finished this route manoeuvre. So what could you do now? Okay, so look out for that pedestrian to the right. Well done, well done. Yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's fine. I'm going to take the left. That's right. Follow the road ahead. Turn to the left in a minute. There's quite a horrible one there. You notice the person overtook us. Do you know what the yellow box means?
no waiting.
No waiting. Well, basically what it means is you're not allowed to enter it if your exit isn't clear. So middle of crossroads, and sometimes at junctions like that. Follow the road round to the left. Any idea why they may put that yellow box there? Keep an eye on that pedestrian. Where's it going to walk again? Nice control. Any idea why they would put that yellow box there? Because it wasn't a crossroads.
Because it was
Right, that's right, yes, it would have blocked traffic, yes. But I think another reason why they put it there was because it was a steep hill, so they know that drivers are going to have a problem pulling away from that hill there, so that's why they've given them. But you're right, yes, because the traffic lights are there, you could have queuing traffic. Good, well done. I noticed on one of those giveways back there, you didn't signal to turn left across the pedestrian crossing. We did have a dedicated giveaway line, a dedicated one-way lane to turn left, but it would have been advisable to give way to signal left there. I'll talk about that in a minute. Good, so just keep going. What signals are you looking for? Yeah, so that green car. He wasn't, so he did the right thing and waited there, but do we know what this van's doing? Yeah, so we could have gone then. Do we know what that is? We didn't know. If you don't know, we wait. That's right. Good. Sometimes our indicator is someone else's indicator is the only thing that we know. So that's right. We still have to be sure. Okay, so maybe we'll talk about that. But do you remember as we went over the level crossing and we followed the round to the left, in front of the barrier, pedestrian crossing, you didn't signal. We would signal at that point, although we're in a dedicated lane of turning left, because there is the possibility that we could have changed our minds and wanted to go over to the right. And also, the pedestrian may not have known what the arrows in the road meant, so he may not know that we were going to turn left, although most of them do. So this car here, how you take this car in front? Good, yeah, you've done the right thing, you waited, that's right, yeah. So if this obstruction is on our side, who has priority?
They do.
They do, yes. And then when the obstruction is on their side,
we have priority.
that's right, yeah. But could we just take the priority?
No.
That's right. Can we give it?
Yes.
Okay, good. So why do you think they would put these things here? Because they're blooming well in traffic control. Yeah, it's called, yes, traffic calming. Yes. We're going to go right at the roundabout. That's it. There's another type of traffic calming they have on here as well. Can you see it? Yeah. Okay, so do you think we could have carried on that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you're right, you were looking the right way, so you could have carried on. That's it.
It was a blind corner though. That one was.
True, yes, it was. So what will you do here? Will you keep going?
Yeah.
And that is good planning, because we had the cyclists slowing the traffic down behind, it gave us a chance to come through, and with the cyclists there was still space for us. Yeah, so what are these humps preventing you from doing?
Going more than 30. Going up to 30.
Going up to 30, that's right, yeah. That's right. Good. A little bit late there on planning, I could have come in a bit earlier there. So this red car here, will he let us come through? Will there be enough space for you?
Yes.
Yes, just about. Okay. So this silver car. Good. So I think you answered my question. But if there was, if there was an obstruction on the other side of the road and we had priority, but someone was coming through, we wouldn't stop. Good. That's right. Yes. Yes. We can't take priority. Same with this situation ahead. You may have plan to do. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just make sure that space is covered. Same with this blue car. Do you know what he's going to do? Do we have priority? Yes. Yes. We can keep going until he takes it from us, basically. And then he has plus that car wasted. Basically what the humps do is they, well, do you know what, you sort of said what the humps do, what they do is they're trying to, they stop us getting up to 30, we try to stay down to 20, they try and keep us down to 20, at that's why they are introducing more 20 miles an hour on residential roads, because it increases the survival rate if there is an accident considerably for the pedestrian. Looking at the type of road we've got ahead. So how far can you see ahead here? Warning signs that we've got. Do you know what these horse riders first.
Yeah.
Well, not the horse riders below it. Usually when you have two signs together like that, you read from the bottom up.
Yeah.
So the bottom would be the closest warning, although in this situation we could have horses or anywhere along this road. But sometimes you might have a turning left and then a bend in the road above it. You read it from the bottom up. You dealt with that potential problem there very well. Any other potential hazards on a road like this? Dark road like this?
Cyclists.
Well, yeah, light is going to be left, isn't it? Not so bad today because the light's quite good, but if it was in the evening time, it could get quite dark along here. There's the trees. Just follow the road. So if there was a car coming on, do you think there'd be enough room for you guys to get through?
Yes.
Just about, isn't it? Yeah. But what could be the problem here?
Sure. No cars coming that way.
Yes, good, I like that. Well done, yeah, that's good thinking. So what gear do you think would be good for this corner? Good idea. Okay, I agree. Now we're going to follow the road round. This isn't a junction, we literally just follow the road round to the right. I'll give you a bit of a help there. The car coming on is a junction. So what gear do you think you'd need on this corner? Good, that's it, yeah. You can see how you change gear and then when you need the power it's there ready for you. That's right, good, well done. Good, yes. So that last road, it looks like it was a national.
Like national.
That's right, yeah. So there's always that potential for an oncoming car to be going faster. Yeah, it's coming to the 30s. That's good. So can you see any other things with this road that could present a problem?
Farm vehicles.
Yes. What happened we got to this road? It's,
Maintenance.
that's right, yes. So where would the pedestrians be? so that means it's coming up. I just like to deal with this parked vehicle. Right, so I'm going to go left into the road, and then you've got the proper giveaway. And they only have that with no distance sign when it's actually with you. So you ready to keep this going?
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, it shows the right gear there. Yeah. Didn't actually stop there, which is quite nice.
Falling speed.
Sorry.
Just come down to the falling speed at the corner.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yes. Was it a closed junction?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Although we had very good vision to the right, poor vision to the left, we were turning to the left, so it wasn't so much an issue, but you still need to make sure. So, why is it important we keep the speed down?
That's all.
See because of the hills. So not so much here, but at the top is your foot on the floor? Is your gas foot on the floor? Just about. Yeah. And are we actually accelerating? A little bit now, but not much, are we? So if your foot was on the floor, but you were still slowing down, do you think that would be a time to come down again? Yeah.
Yes.
only way we can recognise what vehicle needs by looking at the type of road it is and how steep. Sometimes we forget when we can't see where the signs are, we can pick any other clues that we get to actually not road is. Yeah, street lamps, road, that's right. We could have a sign ahead like this. Take the second exit, it's roundabout, follow the sign. That's it. Yeah, when you're happy. He wasn't signalling, so he should have done, shouldn't he, to come off. But if we're not sure, we just that's it. Just follow the road. If we're not sure, we have to assume the words. We have to assume they're in the car in front of us. So we should. Just not accelerate so far. Sometimes we step one too many things to think about. So we'll take the 10 seconds to the next second road. So just a bit of speed on approach. So possibly second, a little bit faster now as well. So we can see around the corner. So second gear. Into the centre. That'll be next to the centre of that junction. That's better, yeah, good. So we can see. So just parking one of the bays. We'll go to the back then. Reverse in our normal bay. Reverse in the bay. There's that one there. There's actually a cone in that one, half a cone in it. Okay, you're not doing too bad. Let's look for your vision, see how much vision you got. Yeah. Sometimes we have to reverse into tight corners. Interest is out the back. Get a reference there, but then out the back. And then you've got your danger and your references, but it's always out the back.
Actually not pumped in the bay, but
okay, no, we're not.
that won't
Right.
matter.
Try and get into the bay then. So a good bit of practice then. Oh, is there actually another bay here?
There's a red box.
Okay, we'll go in the red box for now. Yeah, pretend it's a normal bay. Are we in the red box?
Straighten up.
Yeah, straightening up. Just check your blind spots. That's it. If we move forward. And I would say here you've got two danger zones.
Cars coming.
Yeah, from your front, from left or right from the front, and then you can glance at your reference point. That's it. Your blind spots, reference point, and then looking out the back. Use your reference point to steer so that lose your reference point, so just get you a nice gap of about a foot, haven't you, between the wheel and the red lane, the red road, that's it. Yeah. You can use your reference point. Good. That sounds good. That looks better. That looks better to me. Yeah. Okay. And we'll stick it there. So we'll have a quick debrief then, which will be part of the lesson as well. I may go over a bit, but what were the main points you felt that you picked up from our drive around Chichester and going through the country? Is there anything that you learned, first of all, that
Dead space.
good? Yes, that's right, definitely. Yeah, dead space was a new subject which we hadn't talked about before, which had come up before. That's right. So, how can we treat what are dead spaces like? What's the most like, and how would you treat it?
Treat it like any hazard.
Yes,
really.
you would. Yes, like a blind corner. So what would be the routine you'd go through on approach to a dead space?
Need mirrors, and if you have to, you start braking.
Good. Yes. Yes. That's right. Because what could be the problem with a dead space?
It could have be hiding something.
Yes. Yes. That's right. It could be a farm vehicle broken down or something, or someone's fallen off their bike. Yes, on the road. Good. Yes. That's good. Yes. We haven't covered that before. Anything else? I can think of one or two other subjects. It comes back to the planning and awareness that we talked about at the beginning.
Use of speed, really.
Yes, yes, and what's related to speed?
Gearing.
That's it, the gears, that's right. So coming up the hill, we talked about the gear ratios and how to keep the same speed. But you could tell me this, to keep the same speed, what did we have to do?
Low gear.
Yes. And how would you know that you had to, how would you know that you'd have to come down a gear if the gradient got even steeper?
Because the engine would start dropping revs.
That's right, yes, that's right, or you'd be slowing down. Was there anything else? We did cover a lot of ground actually. There was the yellow box on the crossroads. Oh, that's right, I wanted to go back to, that other thing was the turning left. So if you have like a one-way road and it comes to an end of a junction and one's to turn left, one's to turn right, you may even have arrows in the road, one painted to turn left, one painted to turn right, and you were going to turn left. Do you think you would signal to turn left?
You could do.
Yes.
You would do, yeah.
Yes. That's right. It partly depends on the type of junction at the end, and also maybe you've got some spaces on the left that you could possibly park into, so you may not want to park in those. But if you had like double yellow lines down the edge of the road and it was quite short, yeah, you would. Yes. So when we when we were following the road around to the left, where the pedestrian just before Argos, turning around to the left, there was a pedestrian crossing just hidden around the corner. You didn't signal, but I would suggest there we should signal, because that pedestrian that was walking on the outside of the barrier, he may not know what the lines and what the arrows in the road mean. So by signalling, he knows that we're turning left, and also it wouldn't have been confusing for anyone else because there were double yellow lines and it was a flowing road, so they wouldn't have expected us to park. So it wouldn't have been confusing for them to think that we were parking, but at the same time it would have been telling him that we were actually turning in front of him. So him being beyond the barrier would have been good, because although he didn't want to cross the road, he was on the wrong side of the barrier, and so there could have been someone there that wanted to cross the road, and by having that indicator on, that would have reinforced our intention that we were turning to the left. There are some occasions when you wouldn't signal, so maybe when the road goes around to the left and you've got a curb on the left and the right, so there's no way that you could turn right, then there may be an instance when you wouldn't need to signal. But in that occasion, there was the possibility we could have cut across back the other way if we really wanted to. So signalling wouldn't have been so much a problem, because it wouldn't have confused. And again, sometimes you have to look at each one-way system on its own merits. But other than that, a very good drive. So I mean, the planning's coming on really well. Some of those roundabouts you did really well with the planning. So remind me just once more then how we know if it's safe to go.
Because it's clear.
Yeah.
There's no cars cut in front of us.
Yes.
Or
yes.
making a stop.
Yes. Yes. So what would you be looking for?
Cars coming onto the roundabout.
Yes. How could a car confuse you? How could a car confuse you?
Not indicate, but keep going round.
Yes, good. That's right. Yeah. His speed as well. Maybe he's going for the wrong speed. Maybe he's going too slow. or maybe he's going too fast, then maybe, yeah. And also, anything else that could confuse you about the car? His position on the roundabout. So if he was turning to go off, but he was right over in the middle of the roundabout, you may think he's coming round in front of you, but then he'll turn off. And those are the three things that we use, isn't it? Position is a very good form of signal. Speed is a way of it telling what kind of the car's doing, and whether he's got his indicators on sometimes, and the position of his wheels, whether he's steering to go left or right. And that's like the body language of the car, how we can tell if someone's going to go in front of us or not. But there are ways that they can confuse us, and I think we covered a few of them. Good, okay, so can't think of anything else for now. So,